Hello, Shining Ones. Vegas here on a beautiful day, coming to you from the castle in the mountains. I got a great video for you. Why does God pray? And if He does, we should too. I'm going to teach you the prayer that God prays. I love you. Hello, Shining Ones. Vegas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. I have a really good video for you today. We're going to talk about the prayer that God prays. And then you have to ask yourself, why does God even need to pray? And then you'll see throughout our ancient text, there's always one prayer that He prays repeatedly. So what is that? Do you want to learn it? It's 21 words. And I know it's been life-changing for me because I figured, you know what, if God prays this prayer, it must be pretty important and pretty potent. So the first thing we have to ask, though, what is prayer? We might have an idea of prayer is asking for something, right? Maybe begging a deity in the sky for something. Maybe trying to make a deal like, I'll start doing this if you'll do this for me, God, or I'll stop doing this vice or whatever if you'll give me this. Obviously, God, the highest principle, is not begging someone. He's not making deals, right? He's decreeing and declaring. Now, this Zoroastrianism, it's the original religion, and you're going to see the purity of it and the importance of purity and the purity in our prayers, what prayers are. Prayers are first what we are, right? Prayer is not asking, begging, it's believing, it's knowing, it's what you are. And then we decree and declare truth. We speak truth. We are truth. We speak the truth. What happens when you hear truth, right? The lie loses all of its power. Someone could scare you so bad, like tell you a friend of yours or something that died, and you're in that fear, but then they walk through the front door and you're like, why would someone do that to me? The truth is there. He's okay. I'm not scared anymore. You can hold him, feel him. Everything's okay. That's the power of truth. And when the truth comes, the lie disappears. When the light comes, the darkness flees. Right? When that pure love is here, there's no hate in it, fear, greed, war. You don't see war in a group full of loving people. It can't survive in that atmosphere. So we got to go back to the pure light. And that's actually what Zoroaster means, pure light, undefiled, undiluted, unmixed. So I'm going to teach you that prayer. I'm going to teach you, well, actually, let's do 3 prayers today. If you're interested in this, you'll be here. I usually try to make shorter videos, but this is so important. And this is everything. I mean, this is the questions spiritual seekers have. And to get it from the original religion, let's make time. And then I'll tell you what I'll do at the end of this. I have a lot of stories and things I want to share with my wonderful friends. And so I'll save that to last. To keep the new people engaged here. Please, real quick, just to help us with the algorithm and get our message of Zoroaster out, hit that like button. Oh, okay, let's start with this. So this is from our holy text out of the Avesta. This is the evil spirit talking to God. The evil spirit says, I shall destroy thee and thy creation forever and ever. I shall incline all thy creatures to hatred of thee and love of me. So the evil spirit, devil, whatever you'd call it, is telling God that he's going to make man, God's creation, hate God and love the devil, and then he's going to destroy them all. Here's what God says. He says, thou cannot do, O destructive spirit, or accomplish all, for thou cannot destroy me, nor can thou bring it about that my creation should not return to my possession. Then Ahura Mazda chanted the 21-word prayer, Yata Uhu Vario. When he did this, it says, when 1/3 was uttered, the destructive spirit shuddered for fear. When 2/3 were recited, he fell on his knees. When the prayer was finished, he was powerless. And this powerlessness, it lasted for 3,000 years. because Yatahu, it's speaking truth. And the father of lies loses all of its power, doesn't it? Now he has no way to attack. He doesn't know what to do, so he's powerless. He just is nothing for 3,000 years until it says that the demon whore came and tried to stir him out of his stupor. So it said that the evil spirit, not only was he thrown back because of the recitation of the sacred formula. The sacred formula is Yata'ahu. But also he was thrown back because he heard the truth and he was fearful of man. The evil spirit, the devil, the demons that a lot of people are scared of, they're scared of you. Why is that, Magus? Because so holy is he. Right? We talked about this. There's no fight, guys. When you're light, the darkness cannot even enter. There's no fight. Again, when you're that pure love, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted, there's no war. There's no hate in it. There's none of those energies of the evil spirit. Now, the whore revives him. How? She says that she's going to join herself with the blessed man for his defilement. So then the evil spirit can attack. If man holds low frequencies and lie, now the man is in resonance for the evil spirit to attack. He loses his pure light, his holiness. Now the whore, she's not going to join herself sexually. Okay? This is the whore of evil religion, it says. It's the whore of the mixed religion. Do you see that in the world religions today? A mixed God that loves and hates. That can be at peace or war. He can heal or send disease. Right? And as man is taking that idea, that thought, that energy, that whore religion into him, now the evil spirit can rush to him with those things because he's attuned to it. That's why Zarathustra always said in his Gathas, I, Zarathustra, who am attuning myself to Mazda, to Asha, to the pure light, meaning I go inside to that pure light, that divine spark that is in me, and I attune my energy to that. I believe, I know only love. So to know, so sex, in the time when this was written, they use the word know. That's why Asha 2 says, know only good. If you know, like a man would know his wife, that means the two were having intimate relations. And the two flesh become one, same spiritually, as above, so below. The man has become one with the demon whore. I'm so childish, but I love me. I hope you do too. And they become one. And so now they've taken that spirit into them, and now they're opened up to the attack. They've dimmed their light, right? So now darkness can come into their world. So what do we have to do? We have to know only good. We have to get rid of the world religions, my friends. Their gods, their books, their stories aren't good. Right? Stone your children when they're disrespectful. We talked about that yesterday. What kind of emotion, feeling, frequency would that bring up if you killed your child, heard him crying out, Mommy, Mommy, it hurts, stop, I'll be a good boy, don't. And your blood and brains of your own child, is that good frequency or evil frequency that the devils and demons can feed off of and gain strength? My friends, obviously, we know that. But when you're raised from a child in Christianity, Judaism, Islam, we're told that's a good thing. Go in, kill the men, women, and children. That's a good thing. Right? Even the soldiers of Moses didn't want to do it. And he said, don't question me. Kill the women and children. But hey, you can keep sex slaves. And people are calling that good. Is it any wonder the world is as dark as it is for many? That's why it's good to restore God's image, like we do here at the Order of the Magi, attune ourselves to that pure light and hold that and be that. And you can still be yourself halfway. You guys see how I am. I don't put on any act. I'm goofy, I'm childish, I say cuss words sometimes, but you know what? In my heart, I'm okay with where I'm at. I feel I'm in a good place in the light. And you know what? Say the F word. Don't say it, but I'm just saying, take for instance the F word. You're taking the first letters of for unlawful carnal knowledge or for under consent of the king, and in the world religions, they tell you that's complete evil. That's a worst, horrible word you could say. It's the first letters of these words that mean nothing. For under consent of the king. You can say the whole words, but not just the letters. That's ridiculous. But they're fine with you going and killing men, women, and children, taking the spoils back, animal sacrifice, stoning a woman caught in adultery. How are they going to learn if you don't hit them with a damn rock? You know, just stupid stories, stupid ideas. And it's almost so ridiculous. Don't say fuck, but you can kill your child if they're smart enough. My goodness. What was it, Elijah? It said 42 children were making fun of his bald head. So he prayed to Jehovah for a bear to come and rip him apart. Bloody children everywhere because they made fun of his bald head. And, you know, they can justify all of their ridiculous stories. They go in and blow themselves up in an innocent cafe, kill innocent people, but they get 72 virgins when they get to their heaven. My friends, I wouldn't want to spend 1 second in one of those Jehovah, Allah, Shiva, the destroyer heavens. My friends, with those gods, those warring, hateful. Do you know what heaven I'm going to go to? I'm going to go back to the light. I come from the light. I'm made of the light. And just like God said, we shall return to the light. The evil spirits, the false gods cannot keep us from what we are. That light is in me and it is me. And my God, when I get stirred up and I pray the 21-word prayer, Yata'ahu, the devil, he shudders with fear. He falls to his knees and he is utterly powerless. My friends, do not bind yourself to the whore, demon, false religion. That is the false religion of a God that gets angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children. That is mixed, loves and hate, peace and war. God is just good. How hard, world, is that to understand? God is just good. Good, God, God, good. It's the same thing. It's not good and bad. My God, I hope someone stayed long enough to hear that. Fired up today. Yata'ahu. We're going to pray together. You can go Google it. Zoroastrianism prayer, Yata'ahu. It'll come up. You can write it out or just read it. But at least I'll get you understanding what it sounds like pretty much. You know, there are different classes where they'll teach you how to pronounce it exactly right. And they like a certain meter that they like to do. And they say it's because the Magi for thousands of years have been doing it that way. And so there's a power in that. I get that. For myself, for the Magi, for the Magus, for the Order of the Magi, I do it my own way. I've tried it the other ways. I don't feel it, and I've got to feel it. And sometimes when I'm feeling it, my words get a little slurred, you know, and I can't keep a meter because I get too passionate about it. On your knees, devil. And I can't just do this happy little thing. I got too much fight in me. I got too much blue dragon to protect Asha. So I do it my way. And you know what, guys? It works. It works every time. I'm not going to get into the full stories, but just to build your faith a little. I was in the car with my dad. And I heard God speak to me so clear. He told me to pray many years ago. Matter of fact, before I had a cell phone, that's how long it's been. Yeah, I'm old. God told me to pray. I knew it was God telling me to pray. Clearest I ever heard him. And first time I had a conversation, I said, first I'm all, wow, this is God. I said, what's wrong? Is it my mom? Because I'm a little freaked out that I would hear God so clear to start praying. I asked if it was my mom. First person came into my mind. He said, no, it's Laura. It was a friend of mine. I ended up marrying this woman later. Still glad I did. Got two beautiful kids. Just talked to her the other day on the phone. Going down the rabbit hole. Come back, Megas, to us. No, it's Laura. This time she was probably, I've never gone this deep into the story, maybe 15 years old. We're just kind of friends at this time. And I said, no, it's Laura. Pray. And this time it was like, get after it, son. So I started praying. And then I got a complete peace. It was taken care of. Like God, just as clear as God told me there's a problem, he told me problems averted. I looked at the clock to see what time it was. So when I got back, again, I told you we didn't have cell phones. Say, what's up? Are you okay? Got home. She was there. I told her what happened. Tears started falling out of her eyes. She told me the story of how she was walking to work. Again, I think she's probably 15, didn't have a car. And a carload of men tried to pull up and grab her abductor. She called out on the name of the Lord. And then she said they froze like statues. Like they're going, grab her, put her in the car. All of a sudden, they're froze like this. She's running off. She's looking back, statues. Then I told her my part of the story, was happening on my end. My friends, and I always wondered, why did God have me pray? Right? Why didn't God just take care of it? Because God needs us. This is our world that he's given us dominion over. Right? This is our battlefield here. And so he's showing me to speak and decree and declare truth. My friends, protection, health, safety, light. First big miracle I seen. Another one. You guys got time for this? And we'll do the prayer together. I'm just sharing a few. There's many. I love these kind of, I could spend hours. If you guys were sitting here, we just talk all these stories and share. But this is supposed to be a teaching also, but I'll share one more. I was, this was not too long ago, a few years, I guess, more than a few years, maybe 10 years has it been now? It's been a while, I guess. And I had this unsettled feeling. I knew something was wrong. I knew it had to do with my kids. So I told my parents, I told teachers, I told my ex-wife, that was Laura, we ended up getting divorced, told her new husband. They knew I had a gift. I could hear, watch the kids, something's going on, watch the kids. One morning in that place between awake and asleep, I'm trying to get you guys to see the importance of prayer here. That place between awake and asleep, Spirit took me to the bottom of my ex-wife's driveway. And he had me standing between the driveway. It was a steep driveway that came down, and the street. And he had me put up a shield of faith. And he gave me the words to speak and believe, right? I'm not begging. I'm decreeing and declaring. And then I had that peace again. Just as sure as I knew something was up, I knew everything was taken care of. My ex-wife called me later that morning. You won't believe what happened, she says to me. I'm thinking, oh, I bet I might be able to. She tells me how my son, and he used to like to go down on a scooter down that steep driveway, shoot out into the street. Today, there was a car parked, or that day, a car parked where he couldn't see if cars were coming up and down the street. Some young kids just driving way too fast down the street for a residential street, coming. My son can't see it. She's yelling at him to stop. There's a car coming. She said it was like a nightmare because her new husband was mowing the lawn and Taylor couldn't hear her yelling over the lawnmower that was in between them. She said he got to the bottom of the driveway and bounced off of an invisible shield. Prayer. There's power in it. My friends, it's decreeing and declaring. Yata'ahu. I am going to do this. Sometimes I worry about time. You know, go along with our theme, fuck time. For unlawful carnal knowledge time. Do you know why I'm not destroyed? Do you know why I have become a Zoroastrian priest and I live in power and freedom is because my son was not a bloody stain on the asphalt. My friend, so if you don't have time to learn, off you pop. But there's someone here that wants to know. What is to know? It's to be. So allow me to teach. Yata'ahu, let me break it down what it says. It says, just as the Lord wills, so the priestly king, in consciousness of Asha. Asha's truth, right? So just as the Lord, the priestly king, has consciousness of truth. Do you remember what truth does? Runs out the lie. What does the light do? Runs out the darkness. This is truth. This is what's real. This is what was, is, and forever shall be. It says the gift of Vohumenu. What's Vohumenu? It's the God mind. It's the Christ mind where you and God are one and cannot be separated. Do you see how this is knocking the devil off his feet? He said, I'm going to separate you from your creation. Can't do that. Right? Vohumenu, God mind. God and man are one and shall not be divided. All activity comes from Mazda, wisdom, the word incarnate. The word, the original word, the all good God good that is in you and is you. All activity, all the creation that the blessed man makes on the earth comes from that. So it's good. It's light, it's love, it's health, it's power, it's freedom. The evil spirit can't come in that. Again, this is what knocked the evil spirit into just complete powerlessness. He's hearing the truth. It is truth. It dispels the lie. If the devil's a father of lies, right? He's exposed. He's nothing. He's a big pussy. It says the good shepherd brings the government of Ahura Mazda, and Asha is actualized. Asha, heaven on earth, the perfect creator's perfect idea, is. Asha is what it's saying. If you want to just break it down. Asha is, the devil is not. Life is, death is not. Health is, sickness is not. Love and peace is, war and hate is not. Get some gone, devil. Pray with me, Yata'ahu. If you want to go online, look it up, the words, and pray along with me, fine. Or if you just want to open your heart and agree with me, fine. Yata'ahu vario, ataratush, ashat chitacha, vangush dazda manango, shatana mangush mazdai, sharthremchai, ahurai, ayimdre gubio, ... Vosterem. Say it with me, Magi. Asha is. Period. My God. Hashem Vahu. Another powerful Magi prayer. This prayer is also 3 parts. The first part, 1/3 recited, you partner with Mazda, the all-good spirit, not one of those mixed gods. Maybe you've got yourself tangled up with a demon whore and you're ready for a divorce from that. Not liking this setup. This is how you do it, through Hashem Vahu. You're going to, in your heart, accept the all-good spirit, the pure light, the pure God good. 2/3 is uttered, you partner with the Magi, your family of light, the Magi who were, are, and shall forever be. When the prayer is finished, every holy prayer and spell that God prayed, Yata'ahu, the Magi have prayed, and ever will pray, will ever think up, become yours. You become one in this family of light, of protection and provision and power. Pray with me. Hashem Vahu, Vahestemasti, Usta'asti, Usta'amai, Yatashai, Vestai Hashem. Say it with me, Magi. Asha is. Something I've learned over my many years on this planet is the power of prayer, decreeing and declaring, knowing the truth first. What does knowing it mean? To be one with it. Be it. You got to be the light. You got to be the love. You got to be the protection, the provision. You got to be God good. My friends, and then speaking out of that, decree and declare truth, the lie disappears. Asha 15, tell the truth, and a man will be saved. I might read that in a second. Another thing I learned is the power of light language, or you might say speaking in tongues. And what happens is you're kind of turning off the brain and you're going something deeper. It can even sometimes just be a sound. My friends, matter of fact, did I write this down? Oh, do you know what? I forgot about this. Check this out, guys. So excited. This book is selling a lot. This is our Asha Kam. I think it's, the very last page. Yeshe Lokam Yandolo Sa. That was my first light language I got. I used this a lot. Now it's grown. Language has grown. But it's just praying for, like, you're praying for your children. You're praying for protection. You're praying. It's just, and you're turning off this. You're not begging. Right? Language can get confused and changed. It's something deeper than that. It's the desire. It's the desire in you. And then just words coming out of your mouth. Yeshulokam yandolosa. And I feel that in my stomach. My magic spot, I call it. Something deep in there. It only hits that with that magi magic. Yeshulokam yandolosa. Anything is possible. My friends, maybe try that. Have time where go to your sacred space. Spend time with Asha. Like Zarathustra, tuning myself to Mazda, to Asha, to the Misha Spentas. We're going to be talking a lot more here about Chartres Verrier, divine dominion. My friends, because in that divine dominion, we get some power, we get some strength. We're not going to do that today. Well, we are, but we won't be teaching about it. This is Chartres Verrier, though. When you get into that light, the darkness flees from. That pure love, that pure light, that pure spirit. But go to your sacred space and just spend time with Asha, with that all good spirit, with Mazda. Do your prayers. Attune yourself where you're pure. See that pure light in you. You've run out the demon whore, the false religion, the false gods, the low frequencies. Maybe you have to forgive some people. Maybe you have to forgive yourself. Just fill yourself with that love. And then ask Spirit for your light language. Ask the Holy Spirit to fill you and speak through you. And see what comes. Yeshulukam yondolosa. Whatever it is. Maybe it's one word. Maybe it just keeps going. Maybe it's a sentence. Even if it's one word, just hold it and speak it with all the feeling you have. Pray for the first time without begging, but just decreeing that word you are given. Asha, 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 and all that it means behind it, all that it means to you. Prayer, it's that feeling, it's that knowing, it's that believing, it's what you are. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I love you so much. We'll see you next time.